We go. Oh, good morning. So nice to have you all here, truly. I I don't know if you all know, but my brother Chad passed away on Monday, and he had lived in Cedar Rapids. I think he moved here the year after we did, and I took care of him for 30 years because he was disabled. And so anyway, it was kind of a shock to me. It's going to be a big change for me, actually. And we'll miss him a lot. So I'm not quite normal today, but I wanted to share. This is Brighter Days. This, have you heard of the Story People? Yeah, and this kind of reminded me of something. So the best teachers are the ones who show you how to use your heart. And I realized this week that Chad was one of my teachers. He was a big, taught me a lot, even though, he was not normal. He taught me patience and love and resilience and lots of things. So I try to be a teacher and teach people that, but really teachers can be anyone in your lives. Just because I'm teaching you yoga doesn't mean I'm your best teacher. There's lots of people in your life that can be teachers. So just sit up tall, close your eyes for a moment, and just breathe. I always realize that I get so much more from teaching and having you as students than you get from me as your teacher. I really feel that way. I feel like I'm super lucky. And teaching is actually therapeutic for me. So I'm so grateful that you guys showed up this morning. And please bring hands to heart center. May we all remember to live in the present moment. I think that's a better place to be, to notice that there is beauty and grace always surrounding us. We just look for it. Lower your hands, open your eyes. So I dreamed this practice up when Chad died on Monday. So Sunday night, I came home. He was down at University Hospital. I came home Sunday night and I don't know, he was great when I left, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep, and I just had this bad feeling. And so what do? You think of yoga. So I dreamed this practice up in the middle of the night on Sunday night, and I call it side to side and forward and back. So stretch your arms up really tall. Bring your right arm down to the side. This is side to side, and we're just going to go fast up and over to the other side. Be mindful though. We'll go 3 times each side. Let's get all the kinks out. One more time. Good. And now sitting up tall again, just kind of lean back, lift your heart stretch your shoulders and then fold forward a little bit. We'll do that 2 more times. Big stretch. Plus we have to warm up fast because it's so cold. We're not conditioned for this, right? And pause when you get forward and just kind of check in. Your hips, your knees. Good. And then come on up and come to all fours. And stretch your feet long. We're going to go forward and back first. So just stretch back as far as it feels good and then stretch forward. Stretching out your wrists, your ankles, and your feet. Three times forward and back. And next time, just stay back in child's pose. Maybe you need your knees a little wider to be comfortable. And we're just going to go side to side now. So bring both hands to the left side and shift your hips to the right side. And then switch both hands to the left side, shift your hips to the left. And just do that 3 times. Or you can do it, stay longer if that feels better to you. For me, I kind of just want to move this morning. And when you've stretched well enough, just settle into child's pose for a moment. And breathe. And then please come on up to all fours. Now we're going to do, we did forward and back, side to side. Let's do forward and back again with our legs. So extend the right leg and just think a little bit of a cow. And then hug your knee in and round a cat. We'll do that leg 3 times. So 2, extend. Keep your hips square to the floor if you can. 3. And set that knee down and switch. Left leg extends. And bend it in. 2. And 3. Set that knee down. Now this one's a little bit different. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Just going to bring your hands wider. And you're going to bend one elbow and stretch opposite shoulder down. And then go to the other side. And do that side to side 3 times. Good, and then come on back up when you've done 3. And now just think to yourself, shoulders stay stable, hips stay stable. I'm just going to kind of move my rib cage to the right and then to the left. Just be gentle. And 3 times, side to side. Good. When you've done that, pause and just swing. Now just your hips, so nothing else moves. Hips swing side to side. Pretend like it's a warm summer day and you're swishing the flies. Good. And then pause Stretch your toes long. And now we're going to kind of do all three actions on your right. Well, we'll start with the left hip since that's the one towards the camera. So you bring the knee forward, out to the side, back, and in. And you notice how your hip lifts as you open and then close it to the floor. And just do that 3 times. And then set it down and switch. Right knee. Good. When you feel like you're all loosened up, come bring your hands forward 1 hand width and lift to a downward facing dog. Bring your feet and your hands a little wider than normal so you have a really nice base. And we're just going to take see if you can lift your left hand up. And if it feels pretty stable in your core, stretch the arm down by your hip. So this is back, and then to the side, and then to forward and down. Now, if you don't feel stable doing that, you can just come up on fingertips and just play with it. So right arm out to the side, forward and down. Stay really strong in your core and switch back to the first side. There's a lot of grunting when I made people do this last night. So if it doesn't feel good, just honor that. And it feels really good. And when you've done 3, come on down to your knees. Keep your toes curled under and sit back on your heels or wherever it feels like. Okay, I'm getting warm. Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to be any warmer today or not, but is it? Just kind of sway forward and back a few times. Good. And then come on back down to downward facing dog. Take that wider stance again. And now side to side with your rib cage again. Just go easy, especially if you've had back problems. Good. And then pause when you've done 3 each side. And just swivel your heels and your hips 3 times, side to side. Good. And then we've done side to side now. We'll do forward and back. So on your next inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. And do that 2 more times. Be really mindful with your joints. Good. And then pause. And we did this on all 4s. Now just extend the right leg. Keep the hips square because this is just forward and back. So hug the knee into your chest. Extend it back up. 2. And 3. the foot down, switch sides, left leg up, hug the knee in. I know this is weird stuff that I dream up in the middle of the night too. And when you've done 3, set the foot down and go ahead and lower your knees and take child's pose. Get off your wrists for a moment. Or if you want to, you can come up and just shake your wrists out too. Sit on your heels, which is what I'm going to do right now. One more breath. And then come on up to that wide downward facing dog. It just feels stable. Pause for 3 breaths. Spread the weight on your hands. And now we did this on all 4s. Let's do it in downward facing dog. So you're going to hug your right knee in, bring it out to the side like you're, on a fire hydrant, and bring it back and then down. And switch to the other side. Left knee in, out to the side, back, square it up and down. Just do that 2 more times each side. If you want to make it smooth, you can, like it's a rotation. You can even be more creative. I don't kind of get the kinks out this morning. And then when you've done 3, lower your knees and come on up to standing. And I'm going to have you grab your blocks. So far, so good, Julie? Okay. Okay, good. Take it easy. Yeah. So I'm going to have you put your blocks on the highest height and kind of in front of you where your hands can be on them. And then just stretch your arms up. Bend your elbows and kind of move back. And then up and forward. So interlace around your upper back. We'll do that 2 more times. So stretch up, lift your heart, and interlace and stretch forward. One more time. And round forward. Good. And then go ahead and reach down to the blocks. And you want to just kind of see if you're right in the middle of your feet when you start. So wherever you need to move your blocks to feel that. And then you're just going to kind of go forward and up to the balls of your feet and lift your heels. And then bring the heels down, lift the balls of the feet. 3 times, just kind of stretching everything out. One more time. Good, and then pause. And maybe fold deeper if you want to. And now just rock forward and back a few times. The weight shifts, but nothing lifts. Good. And then on your next inhale, pranam. And fold. And do that 2 more times. Pranam. And fold. One more time. And fold. Good. Next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up and bring hands to heart center. Good. Release and step back away from your blocks a little bit. We got to do some balancing. We need balance this time of year, right? So find your best Tadasana. Bring your arms out to the side. We're going to go side to side first. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. So your left arm is rotated in, your right arm rotated out, and then kind of lean towards that right arm, and then very methodically switch, lean to the left. And do that 2 more times. Going to start from the shoulder as you rotate. Popcorn in your shoulder, yeah. And then pause and stretch your arms up and bring hands to heart center. Good. Now your arms can go wherever it helps you to balance. You're just going to notice weight right in the middle of your feet and shift your weight to your right foot. Lift your left heel, lift the knee, bring the foot down, shift to the right or the left, lift the knee. Just be mindful, notice, are you balanced in the core? Are you in all parts of your feet as you go? Each side 2 more times. And then stand. And now we're going to go back to the first side. And this time just stretch the leg back. Bend the knee, feel the hamstring, and then do that 3 times each side. Feel the glute and the hamstring really strong. Notice your tendencies. I always notice when I switch to one foot, I tend to lean forward. I don't know why, but it's good to know. Good. And then now that we've done 3, this next time shift and just bring the leg out to the side and down and switch 3 times each side. Woo! Last time each side. Good. And then shifting to that first, so your right foot. Now we're going to do all 3. So you're going to lift the knee forward, bring it back with the knee bent, bring it out to the side, straighten the leg, and down. Good job. Switch. Back, extend, and down. One more time each side. Good. And then pause, shake it out. Good job. It's kind of fun to play with that. Step forward and bring your blocks by your feet. And you can still leave them on the highest side if your hamstrings are tight this morning too. And then stand up and stretch up. Good, and fold forward. Step your right foot back to deep lunge. And keeping the hips square to the front, the left hip crease back, just lift and lower the right heel a few times. It doesn't go all the way down. Mine doesn't even come close, but stretch out your calf. Good. And then lower your back knee. Stretch up Anjane. Bend the elbows. This is back and forward, round, maybe round. And just do that 3 times. You got to really stay stable in your base. Good. Touch down. Lift the back knee. Now this time we're going to move forward and back again. So you're going to lift the hips up and back to straighten the left leg and then bend back into it 3 times. That's why you might want that higher height with the blocks. I don't know. One more time. Try and move with the breath if you can. Good. And then step forward. Forward fold. And just for fun, just sway forward and back 3 times. Checking to see if you're really using all parts of your feet. Good. Step the left foot back. Deep lunge. Lift and lower that heel a few times, just stretching up your calf, your Achilles. And then lower the back knee. Wait, come upright, Anjane. You want to wait until you feel super stable. And then back and forward. You have to really stay stable through your feet, hug to the midline. Forward and then touch down. Lift the back knee. And then 3 times you're going to move the hips up and back. Keep everything lined up. So heel, knee, sits bone as you straighten the right leg and bend into it. Again. Last time. Good. This time, step back to a downward facing dog. And you can stay on the blocks. And 3 times you're just going to move forward to plank and back to downward facing dog. 2, and 3. Good. And then extend your right leg this time and step it to the outside of the right block. This is kind of side to side. It's not really, but lower the back knee. Good. Big stretch. If you're wanting more, you can always lower the elbows to the block, but keep things lined up. Kneecap and toes point the same direction. And if it feels good to you, you can kind of sway the right knee out a little further and back, just kind of challenging that stretch. Good. And then come on back up to your hands. Lift the back knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg. Step it to the outside of the left block. Lower the back knee. And you ask yourself if you want to go deeper and maybe even sway the knee to the side a little bit with your breath. Good. And then come on back up. Lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. And step your feet forward between the blocks. And sway 3 times. Just feeling the weight shift. And then pause right in the middle. And inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to have you take 1 step back away from your blocks and bend into a chair pose and bring your hands on your knees. And now you're just going to go forward and back. You're going to shift forward to the balls of your feet. See if you can lift your heels a little bit and then bring the heels down. Shift back. You don't have to lift the balls of the feet. Just feel like, oh, yeah, I'm in my heels. And then do that 2 more times. And just play with it. Keep your low belly drawing up. And then pause right in the middle. Bring your hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Lift your left heel. Maybe lift the foot and bring it down. Shift. Try. Lift. I know. 2 more times if you can. Keep drawing your low belly up. Weird what I dream up in the middle of the night. Good. When you've done it, press into your feet. Stretch all the way up. Oh, thank goodness. And bring your hands down. And breathe in hard. Step forward between your blocks. And inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. This time, pranam 3 times. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, and I need to bring more Kleenex down here. Good. Pause. Everyone's getting a Kleenex here. If you need one at home, grab one. We all have sniffles. Step your right foot back to a deep lunge when you're ready. Ground the back foot down and make your way up to a warrior 2 position. And wait until you are stable. And then you're just going to lean forward and back in space 3 times. Whoa. Have to stay super stable on your feet. Good. Windmill down. Turn the back heel up. Step back to downward facing dog. Please extend your right leg and move forward to a 3-legged plank. So keep that right foot lifted as you move forward to plank and stretch back to that extended position 3 times. And if it's too much, feel free to bail at any point. Good. And then when you're back that last time, step that foot through, deep lunge. Woohoo! Good job. Ground the back foot down. Come up, warrior two. And then just kind of feel your stability first and then kind of move forward and back, being very mindful with your stability, your feet, your legs. Good. Pause. And windmill down. Turn the back heel up. Step back, downward facing dog. Pause for 3 breaths. Good. Extend the left leg. Move forward to 3-legged plank. Keep your hips square to the floor and just do that 3 times. When your legs extended, step it through deep lunge. And please step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold 2 more times, pranam. Be mindful. Keep focused on what's feeling good, what's the alignment should be good, and then sweep all the way up and bring hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. And inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold, and just kind of sway forward and back 3 times. Just kind of checking in. Am I really engaged? Am I totally focused? Good. Pause in the middle. Step your right foot back, deep lunge. Ground it down again. Come up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend into it. Just be mindful. 2 more times. We're going to have all these joints warmed up. Good. And next time, bend in, touch down. Turn the back heel up, step back, downward facing dog. Extend the right leg. Bend the knee. Keep the shoulders stable. Opens the hips so your right hip stacks on top of your left for wild dog. Should feel really good. And then square up the hips, step that foot through, deep lunge. Good job. Ground the back foot down. Take your time. Come up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. 2 more times. And this time, pause. Touch down, turn the back heel up, step back, down dog. And wild dog on the other side. So extend the left leg, bend the knee, keep everything, both armpits lifted as you open up wild dog. This is side to side, by the way. So feel that foot moving to the side. Good. Square up the hips. Bring the foot down and come on down to a child's pose. There's 3 of my breaths. If it's 3 of your breaths, come on back up to downward facing dog. And step your feet up between the blocks. And bring the blocks forward out of the way, or if you need to use them for deep squat, use them. So whatever angle you want your feet at, come down to a deep squat. And because we haven't done side to side, bring your right hand to your right knee, just do a little twist, and then switch. So your right forearms against the right knee, left hand to the left knee, a little twist. And if you can do that 2 more times. Good. And then pause and very gracefully come down to your backside. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Sit tall. If you need to inner spiral, you can. So you just be mindful of your legs are in the sockets, and then lean back, lift the heart, and then fold forward wherever it feels like it's good, and then do that 2 more times. Lean back, lift the heart, fold forward. Last time. And when you fold forward, just stay for 3 breaths. And then come on up and widen your stance. And again, just forward and back and forth, I should say, because it's back first. And then forward. 3 times. You guys get the pattern, right? Good. Well, this time, stay for a moment. Just savor the stretch. One more breath. And on your next inhale, come up. Now we're going to just stretch side to side. So stretch to your right side first, and then slowly come up and stretch to your left side. 3 times. So easy. Being mindful. And then pause in the middle, slide your feet together, bend just your right knee. And either keep it in line with that sits bone, or if you can ground it down, you can bring it to the other side for a little twist. So just hug the shin with your hands and pull back and up so you get super tall. And then maybe twist to your right. Use your right hand to support you. 3 breaths. Good. Unwind. Stretch that leg and switch. Just wherever it feels like a good stretch for you. Just feel your spine nice and long. Everything kind of in the sockets as you twist to your left. And just engage for 3 breaths. ahead and unwind. You might have to scooch forward because you don't want your head to be off the mat. And go ahead and lay down. Feet under knees. We're just going to do Setu Bandha 3 times. So use your hands and arms to support you. Press into your feet, lift your hips. 1. On your exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Your heart lifts, your hips lift. 1 more time. Good. And then pause. Bring your arms to cactus. Bring your feet a little wider. And just do windshield wipers. So right and left. 2 more times. Right and left. 1 more time. And then with the knees up, hug them in. Roll up into a little ball if that feels good. If you want to challenge, kick your feet, holding your shins, just come up, just don't let your feet touch down, and then roll back. And do that 2 more times. Whoa, it's kind of fun to play with that. And then this time, bring your feet down again. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana. Really enjoy your breath. You might need to cover up before you transition to Shavasana. So holding your knees up. Just take your time setting up for a nice Shavasana. Extend the legs. And just methodically use your breath. Relax each part of your body. Relax your scalp, your forehead, even your ears. Relax your jaw. Every exhale, you just feel yourself let go a little bit more. Relax your shoulders, your arms, hands, fingers, your chest and your upper back, your belly, your low back. Legs, feet, toes. Allow the floor to really hold you. Almost like the earth can give you a hug. As you continue to relax in Shavasana, I wanted to share John O'Donohue's thoughts on how love is the nature of our soul. The soul needs love as urgently as the body needs air. In the warmth of love, the soul can be itself. All the possibilities of your human destiny are asleep in your soul. You are here to realize and honor these possibilities. When love comes in to your life, unrecognized dimensions of your destiny awaken and blossom and grow. You start to notice the inflow and outflow of your breath again. Even imagine it moving in, surrounding that nice, warm, glowing heart of yours, moving back out. Your heart warms your breath and sends out love to the rest of the world. And start to move all ways, fingers, toes. And when you're ready, you can hug your knees in, roll to the side, push on up to seated, however you want to get there. Bring hands to heart center. I'm so grateful and lucky to be able to do what I do. This was very therapeutic this morning. Thank you for allowing me. I bow to that beauty in each of you. Namaste. You did great with that too. Was it hard? Yeah. They told me last night that was really hard. Thank you.